My name's Brad and I live in the northeast of Scotland. I am 41 years old. My wife and I moved here several years ago. We have a little boy who's 3.5 and a newborn baby girl. My primary interests outside of family and work is rock climbing. Finding the GMB YouTube channel was amazing because they just have such a ton of information on there. I've probably watched just about every video that they've produced. I noticed that they had a case study on there of a climber, and so I read through the case study and thought that the rings program looked like it would be an excellent way to stay fit and to train for climbing without actually going climbing. Don't have as much time as I used to, so staying fit for climbing at home was the next best thing. And the rings looked like a lot of fun. So I started R1 on March 2nd, 2015. I thought it was extremely humbling to start. I remember just trying to do the basic moves, getting up into that top position. The rings were, well, they just seem to have a mind of their own, don't they? They wobble all over the place. It takes a lot of focus and coordination to keep them straight. It was very tough, but very satisfying as well, because it seemed like you were able to make tiny increments of progress and stability every day, not necessarily just not moving around on them or anything, but just getting them to be still. It was quite cool. Before R1, I'd done a lot of other body weight training, a lot of calisthenics type stuff. That's always been my primary interest. I've never been a big weightlifter. I lifted weights a bit in my teens, and I think I've got bad shoulders and elbows as a result of that. I chose the rings program primarily because it seemed to offer the best gains for developing upper body strength. After my children came along, I didn't have quite as many opportunities to get out climbing or to get down to the climbing wall. As a result, my fitness really suffered. And I've been through several different exercise regimes and modalities, and almost all of them have held my interest for a reasonable amount of time, some not so much. The rings program has by far been the most successful fitness program at holding my attention. I started it 8 or 9 months ago, and I'm still loving it, still going strong, and still planning on doing it again. Once you go through the program, it's not that you're finished even. I mean, you can choose to go back through it, and the rings are such a challenging tool that there's always some small little detail that you can work on. Most of the time there's quite big details to be worked on because they are so tough. Not just individual moves, but linking together into individual moves into a flow, and to have that feel smooth and graceful and powerful. I think it's just really satisfying when it all comes together. So yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of improved strength and improved physique as well. I feel like I move a lot better. I have quite a few less aches and pains than I did before with other types of strength training. Probably been climbing outside only a handful of times in the last year, as opposed to maybe 100 times in years before. So the Rings 1 program has definitely kept me fit and kept me strong. In fact, I've gotten stronger than I was before. I would definitely recommend it for that alone. I think the most surprising thing about training with the rings is how fun they are. It's just really fun to do. It's not like a typical training exercise where you try to, grind out, X number of reps, and it's much more playful, I suppose. I would definitely recommend the Rings 1 program to anyone. They're a great strength training tool, and they're a lot of fun. It helps to have a good level of fitness under you, but the program is structured in such a way that a beginner can get started right away. There are logical progressions. The videos are excellent. As far as distance coaching and online programs go, this is one of the best I've seen so far. If you wanted to take it a step further, then you should absolutely go ahead and join Alpha Posse. The coaches will give you pointers on how to make things better. And in addition to the Rings program, I work on my handstands whenever I can. Other than that, I'm just looking to, be consistent and stay fit for the long haul, both for myself and for my family.